Alright, hey guys, today we have 3 new cards that were revealed. The first one is a hunter card, the second one is a priest card, and the third one is a neutral card. So we'll go ahead and jump right in with the hunter card. I'm always excited to see the hunter cards, of course, since it's my favorite class that I haven't been able to play in many months because it's been in a terrible state in standard. So I'm watching to see if they add anything that will actually make the class viable. So this card is a 3/5 for 5 battle cry. Draw 2 1-cost minions from your deck. So a lot of people made the comparison to the magic card Ranger of Eos, which is basically like the same as this card, just different stats and costs. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick for you guys. So there's a magic card called Ranger of Eos that has exact same effect, which I'm pretty sure they just ripped off. Here it is. Bop. So yeah. So this card in Magic was really, really good, but the thing is Magic was a lot less about tempo as Hearthstone, which makes slower cards like this better. In Hearthstone, drawing your 1-drops in late game is kind of slow when you're just wanting to curve out, play your 5-drop and your 6-drop into your 7. So yeah, it's not quite as powerful as the Magic variant, but it still has some applications, such as potentially some deck with Tundra Rhinos and Timberwolves or whatever. Like you fetch out your 2 Timberwolves and then do a big combo by playing Emperor after this or something, reducing all the cards and then unleashing and getting huge buffs. So that's one potential way you could use this. Probably not the most viable way though, because it takes a lot to set up all of that, and there's still there's gonna be pirate decks and whatever in the meta. There's always gonna be aggressive stuff preventing you from doing cool stuff. But another thing you can do with this is it just allows you to play more early game 1-drops and not have to draw, or not have to top deck them in the late game. So you play 4 1-drops or something, say you draw one on turn 1, and then you draw another one at some point before turn 5, and then you thin out your deck of the remaining 1-drops. So it makes all of your draws after that much stronger. Just a card advantage engine. Hunter lacks card advantage, card draw, whatever, ever since basically Buzzard was nerfed. Hunter kind of just runs out of cards and then goes into top deck mode. This kind of helps with that. The only problem is 3/5 stats on 5 in this heavily tempo based meta. I mean, it'll be a bit less tempo based after the expansion, hopefully, but it's a bit weak. Also, it's not a beast, so you can't synergize it with Houndmaster or Kill Command or whatever. So yeah, this card is decent, not amazing by any means, but it's definitely one that I want to test out because it's kind of a cool effect. But yeah, not expecting it to be amazing. Would it be better as a 4? If it was a 4-drop, it'd probably be too strong, but yeah, at 5 it's worth trying, but I don't have super high hopes for it. Alright, we'll move on to the next card, which is a priest card, Curious Glimmerroot. 3 cost 3/3. A lot of people were asking if this was fake, but no, it's an official card reveal. Battle cry, look at 3 cards. Guess which one started in your opponent's deck to get a copy of it. So this is kind of a cool effect. It's something they haven't really done before. The thing I like about it is it favors players that are more in tune with the meta and know what cards their opponent's decks are running. But from what I heard, it should be fairly easy to pick out the one card that they're playing. Like, imagine they reveal an angry chicken and like a river crocolisk, and then their third card is like a pirate or something. So you're playing it against pirates. You're pretty much gonna know which card to pick. But there'll probably be a very slim chance where all three cards that are revealed are cards that could potentially be in your opponent's deck, and you have to like just get lucky. But that should only happen maybe like less than 5% of the time or something. So overall, this card is kind of just drawing you a random card from your opponent's deck most of the time, which is cool. Pretty powerful. Gives you a lot of different options to work with, and yeah, overall interesting design. It's kind of random, but I'm kind of a fan. It's something I want to try out a bit. Okay, move on to the next one. Glacial Shard. So it's a 2/1 for 1. Battle Cry, freeze an enemy. Alright, so it's an elemental, which elemental could be relevant. It's kind of like they have a freezing potion tacked onto a 2/1 for 1. So initially, if you're playing this on turn 1, going first, freezing something is probably not going to be relevant. So it's not actually very good on turn 1. But maybe on a later turn to set up your cards that require you to play an elemental the previous turn, you freeze something to get some tempo, and then you jam down an elemental. So I could see it being used like that. I guess if you're going second, alright, say you're going second against Zoo, they play a Flame Imp on 1, and then you play this guy, and you can pretty much like save 3 life and lock down their guy, so you can potentially trade into it. So in that kind of scenario, it should be good. But yeah, 2/1 is not amazing stats for a 1-drop for a card that doesn't really have that much of an impact with its Battle Cry playing it as a 1-drop. But yeah, I could see it in an elemental deck. We are losing a lot of the other early game stuff, so it's maybe something you want to run, but I'm not sold on it being that good. There's probably a lot of other elementals you would want to play before this one, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so that's it for the 3 cards revealed today. Tomorrow we will probably be revealing 3 more cards, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out on my YouTube channel for any more updates.